everyone, welcome to Cup of Tea. And tonight, our guests are the cast and crew of the film Imbisibol, which is going to be showing at the TIFF this year. First up, we have veteran actor and director Bernardo, who's playing Benji in the film. Thank you so much for joining us.
Completely overwhelmed to be with a beautiful MC right here and having a wonderfully relaxed, joyful time in Toronto. It's so warm here, I can't take it.
No, that's acting. So, can you tell us more about the character you play, Benji, and how you approach the role?
Well, Benji is probably one of the bigger challenges of my life at this late stage. I'm 70 years old now, and I have to confess, when I got back from the US, basically, when I saw the script, the only deciding factor was that I needed a job. Well, not really. Very well written script, but I could resonate to it because it was basically the story of undocumented Filipino workers. There's a lot of you out there who can relate to this, right? Well, these are so-called bagong bayani, so the new heroes who are keeping the country afloat with their remittances. But my character is Benji Toledo, who's lived in Japan for 12 years and who has a gay lover in the person of Ricky Davao, the well-respected award-winning actor. And I have a wife and a family back home. So Imbisibol, in English is invisible, refers to being under the radar, a cipher, zero, because they no longer have a working permit, so they disappear. And just mere numbers, no longer persons. And I could relate to that in so many ways because I spent 12 years in the US and met a lot of undocumented workers. And I thought their story deserved to be told. Even as undocumented, they're sending money, support to the country. So I applaud that. I came back because I felt it was legacy time. I'm 70 years old. Whatever experience or expertise I have, it was time to share it. So I said, this is it. I wanted it. I asked for it. Here it is. And I guess when it comes from the heart, I believe in little angels. I believe in positive energies that make things happen. Cultural Center of the Philippines annually is on its 10th year. They feature works by young playwrights, promising work that could eventually be expanded into full-length plays or even teleplays or a movie like what happened to Imbisibol. We got so emotionally invested in the play that we thought, hey, this should become a movie. This is still happening. The plight of overseas contract workers who uproot themselves from their Filipino lives, separate themselves from their families in order to give their children a better life, a better chance to survive, to succeed, to get educated. And I want the relatives that I left back home who don't know what's happening, who just spend their remittances thinking that maybe their relatives are just picking up the money from the floor or off trees, that there are a lot of sacrifices involved. The harrowing experience of being alone in below freezing weather, of homesickness when you have no one to talk to and hardly anything to eat, of being always in fear of being arrested and deported, of not speaking the language because you speak Tagalog and they speak Japanese in this instance. So I said, let's celebrate we should celebrate the Bagong Bayani. They deserve the tribute.
Hindi nyo ako naiintindihan. Hindi nyo ako naiintindihan.
Intindihan ko.
いいんだ。彼らに早く言っとけよ。
Ha? Ano gagawin natin? Jonathan, ano gagawin ko? We had the two best actresses, so Cesc Quesada shared it with Alessandra De Rossi. They're both excellent actresses, but we swept all the major awards.
Yeah. And it's because it has this emotional impact that really drives the story home because a lot of people can relate to it.
Not, I think it worked because we worked on truth specifically. Our director, Lawrence Fajardo, never settled for anything less than what is credible. Every single detail, even our cinematographer, Boy Inig, is amazing.
Speaking of behind the scenes, are there any memorable experiences or stories while you were shooting in Japan? Any funny moments?
Well, I had this, you can give me a close up here, direct. I had this Marlon Brando moment, and then you dissolve, and I tell the story. Now I'm directing. We had fun. We had fun. And I have to insert this kind of note about comebacks. There are some folks there who are probably my age, a few of you. I've been telling people, I did Home Alone for 10 years, but my fans are now all between 40 and death. And but having said that, I'd like to remind you viewers out there who are about my age, always, always believe my motto. It's never too old, never too late. I went back to the Philippines wanting to share what I had left in me still. And it's like the universe gifted me with opportunities. I have brag a little. I have 4 indie films that still have to be shown. One with Love Diaz, another with Loy Arcenas, and another with Adolfo Alex. And these are award-winning directors. And then here's Imbisibol. Lord, and I did Haring Lear, I did King Lear, That's one of the hardest, difficult roles, and it just happened. You just have to surrender yourself to the moment, I guess.
So we're here with John Bedia, the award-winning screenwriter of Invisible. And congratulations, by the way, for your recent win
Thank
in
you.
Manila.
Thank you, Michelle.
So can you tell us more about how this whole project started? I believe you've mentioned before that this was a one-act play that you had to expand into a full-length feature film. Tell us how you went about it.
It started out as a 35-minute play. The director, Lawrence Fajardo, is also my director in my first film, Amok. So when he asked me to write the screenplay version, he wants to adapt the play into a movie. So that's where I came in.
So where did you draw your inspiration from while writing this film?
Basically, the film Imbisibol is a story of OFWs. It's set in Japan during the 1990s. I drew. My mother is an OFW. She's based in London, so that's where I mind the emotions, the loneliness, the longing, the care, and the alienation. I used my experiences as an OFW child, and I asked my mom and of course my dad and also friends that are also OFW on what it is to be an OFW worker, or how it is to be how it is to be a worker in a foreign land.
Is there a particular reason why you chose the 90s as the particular time frame?
I mean, 1990s was the decade in which the Japanese government decided to start evicting the Filipinos out of Japan because majority of them are illegal workers. We would like the film to be the voice of the Filipino OFWs, not only in Japan but also worldwide. So, long live the Filipino workers.
I'm with the award-winning director, Lawrence Fajardo. Thank you for joining us.
Thank
And
you.
welcome to Toronto.
Thank you.
And congratulations, by the way, for winning Best Director at
Sinag, Manila.
Sinag Manila. So, we're curious. Out of all the plays you've seen, what made you decide to expand Invisible, the one-act play, into a full-length movie?
Well, ever since we did Invisible for Virgin Love Fest, me and my writer, actually the playwright, Herlin Alegre. So the playwright was Herlin Alegre, and the screenplay is John Bedia. So, I saw a potential for this to be a film. Director Brillante Mendoza asked for a script, so we passed Imbisibol. So, yun. After that, nagustuhan niya. He liked the concept. And also I really love to shoot this film because we're going to shoot in Japan. So when the first time I was in Japan in Fukuoka, I told myself that one day I'm going to shoot a film here. So the opportunity, parang yung universe nag-ano lang talaga.
It all fell into place.
Yeah.
What was the casting process like?
Yeah, handpick. Every film na ginagawa ko is handpick. So kailangan ko talaga mag-obserbahan yung mga characters na to. Kailangan ko first is physicality. Kailangan tama ka sa look. Tama ka sa yung demeanor. Kailangan ko i-research yung character. Like si JMD Guzman, although magkaparas lang si Junjun Quintana, I don't know kung kilala niyo si Junjun Quintana, medyo physically pareho sila. Tapos ito mga good looking na mga actors din to. Medyo totoy, medyo bata tingnan. Yun yung Rodel character na kailangan na parang na parang kapag mapanood mo yung pelikula, ay parang isang little boy na kinuna mo ng lollipop. Yun yung character sketch ng Rodel character.
How long did it take to shoot the film?
It took us 14 shooting days.
14 days?
But we
Straight?
stayed in yes,
Okay.
straight.
So no weekends? Or...
No.
Wow,
We
really?
were in Japan for almost maybe a month. Siguro, yeah. Siguro
So
25 days. Parang
Wow.
parang ganun.
So how
Pero
many hours a day you shoot?
start maybe 9 a.m. and we finish 1 next day 1 a.m. No, mga AD ko is Japanese, yung camera crew and crew namin sa ilaw is Japanese. Medyo alalay lang kami because iba tong environment eh. Parang hindi sila sanay sa Filipino way of filmmaking.
Oh,
Parang ganon. So, nabibigla sila. Itong mga Japanese na to, na, ang babata pa, parang naku-culture shock sila sa amin. So, Filipino way, pwede na natin i-shoot dito. Na kailangan,
Very
nasa
by the
proseso, kailangan talaga, kapag mag-shoot ka, sabihin mo, mag-shoot ka dito, dapat 20 minutes lang to, 30 minutes lang na shooting. Alam mo na tayo, kapag Pinoy, parang, sige.
and you gotta get carried away with the creative process too. So.
Of course, nangyayari yung creative process na yun. Gusto namin bigyan ng muka ang mga walang muka. Gusto namin bigyan ng boses ang walang boses. Yun ang gusto namin pakita dito sa Imbisibol. At tapos gusto namin mapakita at maintindihan ng mga tao back home na mahirap talaga yung buhay dito sa ibang bansa.
Actually, we were very lucky kasi we have established very good relationships na with Fukuoka, Japan. Kasi we've been there a few times for the festival and parang nagkaroon na kami ng mga friends doon. From the Film Commission, from the government, from the film festival. So, lahat sila, tinulungan nila kami. Sobrang galing. They also looked for funding for us para ma-fund yung shoot namin doon, and then nakipag-usap sa mga locations na para free lahat. So, wala kaming binayaring locations. For the kids out there, wag niyong i-take for granted yung hirap na dinadanas. Kasi akala nila ang dali-dali. Akala nila porque you're in another country, it's exciting. It's fun. It's something new. Pero hindi eh. I mean, I'm sure if you ask them, they would rather just, be in the Philippines taking care of their families kung pwede lang. So, yun talaga yung message na gusto namin ibigay sa mga manonood. So, kaya, ang goal talaga namin is yung sana mas maraming makapanood po ng pelikulang pinaghirapan namin.
Really looking forward to this movie.
Thank you.
So everyone, go check out Imbisibol at the Toronto International Film Festival, and also check out their Facebook fan page. Link below.
れが初めてじゃないよな。自分でも分かってるだろう。俺が覚えてるだけで今月も2回目だ。今回は食堂で眠りこけて。
I need your cooperation. Our boss from the main office is expecting us to make a call.
If you want, Tanaka-san, I can count it again for you. I can do it the whole day if you want.
Shimoto, gambate na eh. Ha? Paano yan kung may kumanta sa'yo sa ilme? Ang gagawin ko? Pag nalaman nilang may bilog ako dito. Mamaya, maubos pa kita ko sa pagtubos sa'yo. Huwag naman ganun.
Manang, mag-Christmas party ulit tayo sa karaoke, ha?
Oo nga, enjoy yun, Manong.
Masaya. Tingnan natin, ha? Sige, tingnan natin. When are you coming home? I miss you.
Hindi niyo ako naiintindihan. Hindi niyo ako naiintindihan.
Intindihan ko.
いいんだ。彼らに早く言っとけよ。
Ha? Ano gagawin natin? Jonathan, ano gagawin ko?
Pare, wala akong problema sa'yo. Baka ikaw may problema sa akin.
Kaya, di pa ako tapos.